Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead tribute video, character spotlight video. This time we're going to be doing one for Hershel Greene. Okay, and as always, this video will contain spoilers, so for anyone who has not seen The Walking Dead up to present date, which is the mid-season break for The Walking Dead Season 4, anyone who has not seen Too Far Gone, you don't want to watch this video. So I felt like, since I did one for the governor, did a character tribute for him, I have to do one for Hershel too. I have to. Such a different character in a zombie apocalypse. So rather than seeing your atypical survivor that's really physically strong, a male, let's say like your Rick or Daryl or Glenn or any of these types of characters, Hershel is one that is, because of his age, he's pretty tough for his age, but he's not physically imposing or anything of the sort. Obviously as we all get older, we slow down, our reflexes are not as quick, we're not as strong, all of these different types of things. And yet he manages to stay alive for a really, really long time. Now, I think that it is a good thing that he found Rick and happened to run into his group with what happened with Otis and everything of the sort. Because if it wasn't for that, you got to think, how long could they have really survived on that farm for? And weren't they closer to Atlanta? Like, weren't they like fairly close to some major cities and things like that? You got to think that even though they seemed to be okay at that time, that it just would have been a matter of time before all hell would have broken loose, and they probably all would have been killed eventually. Not that it would have been that easy, because Hershel with his shotgun, if you guys remember from the end of season 2, this is my farm, I'll die here. Badass moment for him with a shotgun, just laying out walkers left, right, and center. But it took him a little while to sort of get used to doing that, of course, because he's a religious man. He doesn't believe in killing or anything of the sort, and even until Rick's group got there, was actually not killing walkers, but he was actually storing them storing them in the barn. Brilliant writing, of course, for the mid-season finale for that season, pretty much dead already, with Sophia being in the barn, if you guys remember. Just a lot of really, really cool stuff from the time that he entered the show up until now. Of course, most of season 2 was at his farm, so we spent a good amount of time there, actually, when you consider how long they were at the farm for, that many episodes, in the type of location that it is, and that it's not really that interesting of a location. I'd say it's just a farm, whereas the prison is, I guess, aesthetically a lot more interesting. I think they got really good use of Hershel. I heard that originally they were planning on killing him off in the season 2 finale with the farm, but that at the last moment they decided not to, because he's such a cool character, and they decided to keep him on, keep him around. I think that was a really good decision, because they had already lost Dale, of course. Maybe if Dale would have, if the actor who played Dale didn't decide to leave, they would have killed Hershel off instead. But the fact that Dale left and Hershel stuck around, I think worked out pretty well. Dale's a cool character too, but I think Hershel, being that he's a family man, being that he has the girls and everybody, and that he becomes so close to Rick and everything that we see him do from the time he's introduced at near the beginning of season 2 all the way up until halfway through season 4. He's a really, really cool character to have. So different from these, like middle-aged type guys that can really defend themselves. A person that needs others around in order to survive, but has so many skills. Got the farming skills, got the veterinarian skills, so he's like basically he's like the equivalent of a doctor in a zombie apocalypse. He really is. Helping out everybody in, well, first Carl, of course, saving Carl, and then, of course, after the farm, saving, in internment, all those different characters from the illness, so many of them, and just being a really, really cool character to have around all the time, in that he is like, one of your atypical good guys. Like the governor's last line to him is that he's a good man. You're a good man, Hershel. That type of stuff, that so many of the others, I don't know if we're going to see a lot of that anymore, that type of just, really everything for him being simplistic and just really being a good guy character in a cruel, unjust type of world. So let's see, some of my favorite parts. Well, all the way through season 2, I liked Hershel, especially the stuff at the bar, if you guys remember, where he's shooting and stuff like that, drinking, and all of that was great. In season 3, losing his leg was pretty crazy. Seeing him kind of trying to help Rick out, ask him when he's coming back, and all that kind of stuff. If you guys remember that. Then, of course, up until season 4, where his big moment to shine was in tournament, when he helped out all those people. So emotional when it finally happened at the end. If you guys remember, when as soon as the governor, well, how could you not forget? But not if you remember. But when the governor comes down with it, and you just see Maggie and Beth's faces as it happens, just such a cruel moment. For those kids, such a sad moment too, tragic. The sound and everything, the way it was shot, it was brilliant. And I would have to say that Hershel is a really, really cool character. I think they did kill him off at probably the right time, though, I would have to say, because the thing is, how long, to be realistic, how long could a person in that kind of state live in a zombie apocalypse? It just seems like sooner or later something would happen. He had already been given a second chance with what Rick did for his foot when he was bitten, or his leg. And at this point here, it makes sense to kill him off at that time, because you got to have a major character death on Rick's side, at least one. And he had a lot of time in the show from season 2 all the way through, unlike some of these newer characters that die off really quickly. So we got to know him really well. We got to know his family, and we got to know his side of things, his input with the Michonne situation, and Rick considering giving her over and everything like that. Just a really, really cool character to have around. So pretty much my thoughts on Hershel. An awesome character for The Walking Dead. Not one of the original season 1 cast, but he's been around so long since season 2 that he feels like he is one of the original season 1 cast type characters. And it's going to be sad to see the show without him, because he's such a cool character. They probably could have kept him around for a while longer, but I mean, it does make sense, because he's not that mobile with the foot thing. He's not that fast, anything like that. And if it comes down to it, if a couple walkers get him by himself without a firearm, he's kind of screwed. That type of deal. He is kind of screwed. So, but anyway, a great character, and I'd say one of my favorite characters from The Walking Dead for sure. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought about Hershel. All his time on the show. How'd you feel about the death? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I know it was tragic and everything like that, but we do need to get some deaths here and there to make everything feel legit, and for it to be honest to a zombie apocalypse. Otherwise, it wouldn't be realistic, and then it wouldn't be any fun to really watch the show, because everybody would just survive all the time, and it wouldn't be honest to that world. So yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts on Hershel. Let me know what you guys thought of him as a character, and I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.